Oh, man, with Super Bowl 48 just 54 weeks away at MetLife, kickoff temperature about 13 degrees if it was this week. Oh,
Back
man.
old school, baby.
You better hope so. That weather warms up. And, yes, here we go. February 6th, the deadline for National Signing Day is really the nitty-gritty. For prospective recruits, where you're going. If you got 3 schools in the mix, 2 schools in the mix, hopefully 1 school in the mix, it can be a very much an anxiety-filled time. Of course, alongside of the call here, the former.
The call. This
Don
is
Bosco,
the call, baby.
Quarterback. Of course, he went on to Cal, where somehow he beat Stanford in the big game. And
still
as
don't.
I look very scholastic with the sweater vest, Levy comes out here looking like James Bond's stunt double, or he's going to Tao after the Golden Globes. But, Stevie, good to see you. And my first question for you is, when is football season?
Always.
Always, right? Especially right here in MSG Varsity. Hey, if you're going to feel that little void this Sunday without any NFL football, college football is done. We have the remedy, the solution.
Yeah, baby.
Just wake up and turn on the network, because at high noon, it is the regular season meeting between the Iron Crew of Don Bosco prepping those Crusaders at Bergen Catholic from Overpeck Park. It was a classic game. Then you'll roll right into the Catholic Championship. Chaminade had lost 18 straight games to the Friars of St. Anthony. Wait till you see the result in this one. And then at 9 p.m., before you go to bed, when Nunzio's going to love this lineup, it's Bergen Catholic against St. Joe's in the regular season, a.k.a. the Fasati Bowl for the Green Knights of Montvale. All this Sunday, January 27th, fill that football void, noon, 3, 9 p.m., football triple header. But, of course, it is the football files, and it is the recruiting time of year.
Yeah.
And that's why we're just going seasonally, year-round here with the football files, because now is the time, Steve. February 6th coming up, a lot of players in the mix out there, a lot of guys going places, a lot of guys hoping to go places, a lot of guys waiting for the call.
Yeah, and, there's those top-tier guys, there's the second-tier guys, then, then the guys that are kind of on the bubble and which league they're going to play in, what area they're going to play in, what position they're going to play in. And the thing is these last 2 weeks are so important for those second-tier guys, because everybody up top on those D1A commits, they start falling, they start dropping, so those boards start changing. So very important last 2 weeks.
Well, we have a lot of updating to do on the recruiting side of things. Yes, it is that time of year, the recruiting update. And here it comes. Listen, a lot of names out there, a lot of guys looking to go places. And, of course, Kevin Olson, KO, made his official visit to the U, Miami out of Wayne Hills. And he got a surprise when he got there, Levo.
Yeah, he did. Their offensive coordinator. One of the main reasons why he chose Miami, Jed Fish, going back to the NFL, accepted the offensive coordinator position for the Jacksonville Jaguars. His old buddy, when he was the quarterback coach at Seattle, the former defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley, took over. So complete control of the offense. But like they said, they're going to promise Kevin a pro-style offensive coordinator. Maybe former or current Florida State offensive coordinator James Coley, who's had experience in the NFL before with Miami under Nick Saban. So this is an interesting dynamic for Kevin Olson. Talked to a few people right now, solid on Miami. They believe, they trust in Al Golden, and had a great visit last weekend.
Well, listen, it's part of the huge dynamic,
Yeah.
and especially for a guy like Kevin Olson, who is, as I always love to say, is sort of a central casting quarterback. Big, 6'3", 6'4", 200-plus pounds, big arm, you know what I mean? But he's a projection. Let's see how he's going to get as you go down. And as his father and his head coach, Chris Olson, has told me many times, when it comes to a high school quarterback, you don't necessarily pick a college.
Yeah.
You pick a system. You pick a coach, because as a quarterback, you want to play in that right system. Is that still going to be the case?
Yeah, I think so. And they've been down this road before with their eldest son, Chris Olson. A lot of coaching changes at Virginia when Al Golden was a defensive coordinator there, mind you. So this is a situation that they do not want to be in again. And, like you said, you pick a coach, especially as a quarterback. I think there's a few different things that play into that. You got to fall in love with the school, because you never know now with college football how big it is now. It's a business. So things can change no matter what they tell you, no matter what they say, no matter what they promise you. Things can change. So you got to obviously fall in love with the school. That's something that Kevin did when he was very young, when Greg, his older brother, was an All-American there as a tight end. But things changed.
Hey, Things change all the time. You could be a guy going to Syracuse, and guess what? Doug Marrone is now the coach of the Buffalo Bills.
That's true.
This is part of the big game, otherwise known as recruiting and high school to college football. Hey, listen, there's a lot of guys out there.
Yeah.
We've spoken a lot about New Rochelle, the Huguenots.
Oh, yeah.
Win that first AA championship since 2005. And look at them now. They got a lot of guys there who are sort of, where do they fit in the world of college football? We're talking about Joe Clark. We're talking about Edney. And, of course, Sinius. But what's the update on the New Row boys?
Well, we've really updated these guys over the last couple weeks because things change every week. These two guys, Khalil Edney and Joe Clark,
the quarterback and the receiver,
are 1AA talents. But because of where they are and what they're doing and maybe some sort of academic play in it and developing aspect, I think they're going to go the junior college route or the fifth-year prep school route. It's not definite, but I think that's what they're going to do, and it's a great fit. It's a smart fit for both of them. They're a package deal together.
The smart play is to get Clark in there.
Yeah.
If it takes Edney, so be it. Jason Sinius, their teammate, had one of the best postseasons going, raised his level, honorable mention, all-Metro guy as an athlete.
I love this guy. He has the ability to come down in the box as a defensive back, just like you saw against North Rockland, and come off the edge. And look at his just ball skills. He's got intangibles. This is a kid that late has some great opportunities. Villanova, he's taking his official visit this weekend, and Albany, it's down to those two.
Number 2 in your Union City program, Isaiah Diaz-Mays. He was in their quarterback challenge. This senior, is he an athlete in college?
Yes, he's an athlete. Just over 1,100, just shy of 1,200 yards rushing, 14 total touchdowns, just under 1,000 yards passing, 6 touchdowns. Big, strong, athletic. This is a guy that could be wide receiver at the next level. Great fit for Townsend.
How about a linebacker out of DePaul who's going to shuffle off as you see Mays do his thing? I'm talking about a guy shuffling from Wayne, New Jersey to Buffalo. Greg Liss out of DePaul High School, big-time senior tackler.
Yeah, I like this fit for him. Heading into a MAC school, look at him. He has the ability to play linebacker, but the thing is, he can gain about 20, 25 pounds, come in the inside, and be that tackling machine that he has. He has the fundamentals. He's been a great second-level guy for DePaul, so interesting to see him go up to Buffalo and commit himself and get bigger and stronger and faster.
It's a different time of year. And, we meet with high school football coaches all year long as we're preparing to do games, and we always get who's interested in a player. But now is the transition from interest to offers. And it could be a frustrating time because a parent might look at a head coach in high school and say, he had all this interest. Yeah. Where are the offers?
Well, the thing is, letters. Just because you get letters from colleges doesn't mean that you're getting recruited. And that's the thing. I talk to so many people around the tri-state area. Why isn't my son this? Why isn't my son this? My son's this. My son's this. Hey, hold on for a second. Let it all play out. It is so hard to get recruited. Just because you play at a high-level school doesn't mean you're going to get recruited. But you're right, Jimmy. The recruiting interests are now it's going to start becoming real. Is that interest real? Because if you have a firm offer, if you have a quarter scholarship, if you have a three-quarter scholarship, if you have a half scholarship, take it.
It could be frustrating. It could be frustrating for a parent. When we look at the high school football season this year, of course, the story of the year was Jabril Peppers. Comes over from Bosco to Paramus Catholic, and he ran roughshod all over everybody until he got to the regular season game with Don Bosco, who swallowed him whole, and until he got to the postseason against St. Peter's Prep. The Marauders did an unbelievable job against Jabril Peppers, and leading the way was Shane Huber on that defense.
Shane Huber, second-team All-Metro kid. And they have so many young defensive athletes for the Marauders, and he's the one, the senior catalyst that brought them all together. Big, strong, 6'2", 220, another guy that can get big. 4 sacks, 87 tackles. He verbaled to UMass a few months ago, then de-verbaled. To get his options out there, a lot of different factors. Was there talks to them potentially maybe going back to 1AA? Did not want to do that. And then recommitted last Tuesday, talked to Rich Hansen. Very excited about that.
Rich Hansen and the Marauder program do as good of a job as any high school in the tri-state of creating, making, and developing college football players. Look at this list. Charlie Callanan going to Boston College. Trey Bell to Vanderbilt. Brian Githens to Lehigh. The Rabaska brothers, Mike and Brian, Franklin and Marshall and Hobart, respectively. And Trajan Dinkins got a lot of interest and offers out there. Temple, Buffalo, UMass, and a host of MAC schools. So St. Peter's Prep continues to develop college football players. We mentioned Jabril Peppers, a couple of his teammates at Paramus Catholic, Kalani Kennedy, second-team All-Metro, huge year.
I love Kalani Kennedy, 93 tackles, All-Metro selection, almost 11 sacks. The thing is, he's got so much room to grow, he's going to go fifth-year prep.
his teammate Marquise Watson. All you have to know, the best games he played all year against Bosco and Bergen.
131 tackles, 4 sacks. Big, strong, second-level guys. Going to come down to that first front right there. He's going to play D-tackle, nose tackle at the next level. Colgate, Lehigh leading the way. Lafayette, some of the NEC schools. Whoever gets him is getting a physically talented, instinctual defensive player.
One thing the Big Four, the Big Five, St. Peter's, Bergen Catholic, Paramus Catholic, Don Bosco, St. Joe's have in common, year in and year out, they are developing college football players. We're going to take a quick time out here. When we come back, the fearless leader of the Crusaders of Bergen Catholic just finished off his 3rd year. He's got a host of guys who are college football ready, looking to make that decision. When we come back, Nunzio, of course, will be talking Germano to JJ.
Now first down for Germano. Needs a few more to get in field goal range. But he takes a shot, looking for Kozar. JJ, the wizard Kozar, pulls it